Magandang buhay mga bata! Tara, samahan ninyo akong matuto kasama si
Teacher Aika, your online teacher. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and hit the notification bell for more videos. Thank you! Matatag Curriculum, Science Grade 4. Quarter 2, Lesson 6. Our topic for today is about life cycles of animals. This is Teacher Aika, your online teacher. Let's start! Learning competency. The learners use flowcharts to compare the different stages in the life cycle of animals such as butterfly, frog, chicken, and human. Objectives. First, describe the different stages in life cycle of butterfly. Second, describe the different stages in life cycle of frog. Third, describe the different stages in life cycle of chicken. Fourth, describe the different stages in life cycle of human. Here are the contents. Life cycles of animals. A. Life cycle of butterfly. B. Life cycle of frog. C. Life cycle of chicken. And D. Life cycle of human. Today, we're going to continue learning about different habitats, their unique characteristics, and the importance they have for both plants and animals, including us humans. First, let's recall the habitats we've studied. A habitat is a place where an organism lives and grows. Every habitat has its own set of characteristics that help plants and animals survive. There are three main types of habitats. First is terrestrial habitats. These are land-based habitats like forests, deserts, and grasslands. Second is aquatic habitats. These are water-based habitats including both fresh water like rivers and lakes and marine like oceans and seas. Third is aerial habitats. These are habitats found in the air like the space where birds and insects fly. Can anyone share with me what they know about the importance of these habitats? Specifically, how do gardens, rice fields, seashores, and mangroves help humans? Let's answer. Gardens. Gardens provide food such as fruits and vegetables, and they also help improve the air quality around us. Gardens are important for maintaining biodiversity by supporting various plants and insects. Next is rice fields. Rice fields are very important because they provide one of the main food sources for people around the world. They also support animals like fish, frogs, and birds that depend on the wetland environment. Third is seashores. Seashores are important because they provide habitats for marine animals and help protect coastal areas from erosion. They also support tourism and provide resources like seafood. Fourth is mangroves. Mangrove forests are critical for protecting coastlines from storms and floods. They act as natural barriers. These areas also provide habitats for many species of fish, crabs, and birds, supporting biodiversity. This time, let's start our lesson. Today, we're going to learn about how science helps us understand and categorize or classify all the living things on Earth, including animals, plants, and even humans. In science, there is a special system used to group organisms based on their unique characteristics. One of the ways animals are classified is based on how they reproduce or how their babies are born. Some animals, like us humans, give birth to live young, while others, like fish and birds, lay eggs which hatch into babies. Understanding how animals reproduce and their life cycles is really important because it teaches us how animals live, grow, and make new babies to continue their species. Every animal has to reproduce to make sure there are more animals like them in the world. This helps the species stay alive and grow. Let's learn some new vocabulary words today that will help us understand the life cycle of animals. These words are important because they describe the different stages of an animal's life, from birth to death. Reproduce. This means when animals make babies to continue their species. It's how life continues from one generation to the next. Perpetuate. This means to make sure something continues or keeps going. In the case of animals, reproduction helps perpetuate the species or keep it alive over time. Birth to death. This refers to the entire lifespan of an animal from when it's born to when it dies. Born alive. This describes animals like humans, dogs, and cats that give live birth to babies, meaning the babies grow inside the mother and are born fully formed. Lay eggs. Some animals like birds, fish, and reptiles lay eggs that hatch into babies. The babies grow inside the eggs until they are ready to break out. Metamorphosis. This is a big change that some animals like frogs and butterflies go through as they grow. For example, a butterfly starts as an egg, then becomes a caterpillar, then a pupa, and finally turns into an adult butterfly. Larvae. This is the name of the early stage of an animal after it hatches from an egg. It looks very different from the adult. For example, a caterpillar is the larvae of a butterfly. Adult. This is the fully grown stage of an animal. After an animal grows up, it becomes an adult that can reproduce and make babies. Tadpole. A tadpole is the baby stage of a frog. It starts in the water, has a tail, and eventually grows legs and becomes an adult frog. Baby animal. This is a general term for the young of any animal. For example, a puppy is the baby of a dog, and a kitten is the baby of a cat. Fetus. A fetus is an unborn baby that is still growing inside the mother. This stage happens in mammals like humans and other animals that give birth to live young. Adolescence. This is the stage between childhood and adulthood. An adolescent is an animal that is growing but not yet fully grown. It is a time of change before the animal becomes an adult. Our first topic is about life cycle of a butterfly. Did you know that butterflies look very different when they're young? Now, let's have the life cycle of a butterfly. Did you know that butterflies look very different when they're young? Stage 1, egg. Butterfly eggs come in different shapes and sizes. They can be oval, round, or flat. Butterflies lay eggs on the leaves of trees or plants. And a butterfly can lay anywhere from 1 to more than 100 eggs. The most common colors of butterfly eggs are yellow and green. It can take anywhere from 1 day to several months for the caterpillars to hatch from the egg. The leaf on which the mother lays her eggs is the first food the caterpillar will eat. Stage 2, larva. Once a butterfly hatches, it becomes a larva. Caterpillars comes in different sizes, shapes, and colors. There are over 20,000 different types of caterpillars. And here are some. All caterpillars have the same job, to eat. The more they eat, the more they grow. As a caterpillar grows, its skin does not grow. The caterpillar grows so large that it needs to mold its exoskeleton. Getting rid of its old, tight shell, exoskeleton is called molting. Stage 3 is pupa. The last time the caterpillar sheds its skin or exoskeleton, it attaches itself to something resembling a twig. When the caterpillar sheds its skin, it leaves a hanging sac. The sac is called the chrysalis. While in the chrysalis, the butterfly does not move or eat. The chrysalis is usually brown or green to help camouflage itself among the leaves and branches. Inside the bug, the caterpillar transforms into a butterfly. This process is called metamorphosis. Some butterflies are in the chrysalis for a few days. Other butterflies will be in the chrysalis for more than a year. Let's go now to stage 4 adult. When a butterfly emerges from the chrysalis, it cannot fly immediately. Their wings are wet and wrinkled. They need to hang vertically for 30 minutes to 2 hours. Once their wings are dry and full, butterflies can fly. Fun facts: if butterflies get too cold, their wings won't work, so they need to find sunny spots to stay warm. Butterflies use their feet to taste. The fastest flying butterfly, skipper, can fly up to 30 mph. The life cycle of a butterfly. A butterfly goes through 4 stages in its life. It all starts with an egg. From that egg hatches a tiny creature called a caterpillar, or the larvae stage. Caterpillars love to eat plants and they grow quickly. When they're done eating, caterpillars create a case called a chrysalis, or the pupa stage. Inside the chrysalis, the caterpillar changes into an adult butterfly. Once the transformation is complete, the adult butterfly breaks free from the chrysalis. Now, it can lay eggs and start the cycle, or the life cycle, all over again. Insect life cycles. Many insects begin their lives as eggs. When they hatch, they look quite different from their parents and are called pupas. Pupas are inactive, don't have wings, and may not even have legs. As they grow, they start to change shape, which we call metamorphosis. There are 2 kinds of metamorphosis: complete and incomplete. Complete metamorphosis includes insects like beetles, bees, and butterflies. Insects that undergo incomplete metamorphosis have 3 life stages: egg, nymph, and adult. And they include insects like grasshoppers and stick insects. Activity number 1, the life cycle of butterfly. Instructions: complete Table 1 by filling in correctly the 4 stages in the life cycle of a butterfly. Two, cut out the pictures and arrange them in sequence from the earliest to the latest stage. Then record the stage names in table. Here is the table. Discuss the growth and transformation of a butterfly. Number 1. Where do adult butterflies come from? What are the 4 stages in its life cycle? The answer: growth and transformation of a butterfly. First, egg. The butterfly starts as an egg. Second, caterpillar. The egg hatches into a caterpillar which eats and grows. Third, chrysalis. The caterpillar turns into a chrysalis and changes inside. Fourth, butterfly. The butterfly comes out, dries its wing, and can fly. Number 2, how has this butterfly grown and changed? Describe the transformation in each stage. How it grows and changes? Number 1, starts as an egg. Number 2, becomes a caterpillar. Number 3, changes inside a chrysalis. And number 4, becomes an adult butterfly. Number 3, do all insects come from caterpillars? The answer: no. Only butterflies and moths come from caterpillars. Other insects like ants and beetles have different stages. And here is the rubrics for presentation on life cycle of butterfly. Criteria: knowledge and content, 5 points. Clarity and organization, 5 points. Visual aids and creativity, 5 points. Delivery and engagement, 5 points. Our second topic is about the life cycle of a frog. Frogs. Frogs are carnivorous and eat insects, spiders, and other small animals. They leave the water and live on land. They also have the ability to jump great distances to avoid predators. Introduction to frog life cycle. The life cycle of a frog has 4 stages: egg, tadpole, metamorphosis into a froglet, and adult frog. Each stage has unique physical characteristics. First stage is eggs. The life cycle of a frog begins with an egg. Female frogs lay their eggs in water, typically in a gelatinous mass. The second stage is tadpole. Once the eggs hatch, they become tadpoles. Tadpoles breathe through gills and swim using a tail. They feed on algae and other aquatic plants. The third stage is metamorphosis. After several months, the tadpole undergoes metamorphosis, during which it develops eggs and lungs. The tail is reabsorbed into the body, and the tadpole becomes a froglet. Froglet. The froglet looks like a miniature version of an adult frog and is able to breathe both air and water. It continues to grow and develop and eventually becomes an adult frog. The fourth stage is adult frog. As the froglet grows, its tail begins to shrink until it eventually disappears entirely. Once the tail has disappeared, the frog is considered a fully grown adult and is capable of reproducing and continuing the cycle of life. The frog's life cycle. Frogs, being amphibians, undergo a unique transformation. Unlike fish, the young frogs look distinct from the adults. Their life cycle initiates from an egg. From this egg, a tadpole emerges, which resides in water. Initially, it possesses gills and a tail but lacks eggs. Gradually, the tadpole develops into a froglet with legs, ultimately losing its gills and tails. Over time, the froglet transforms into an adult frog. These adult frogs lay eggs, thus marking the beginning of a new life cycle. Activity number 2, the life cycle of a frog. Complete the table 1 by filling in the various stages of a frog's life cycle. Number 2, cut out the pictures and arrange them in sequence from the earliest to the latest stage. Then record the stage names in Table 2. Here's the table number 2. Now, let's go on with this activity. Discuss the growth and transformation of a frog. Number 1, where do adult frogs come from? What are the 4 stages in its life cycle? Growth and transformation of a frog. Number 1, egg. Frogs start as eggs in water. Number 2, tadpole. The egg hatches into a tadpole with a tail. Number 3, tadpole with legs. The tadpole grows legs and loses its tail. And number 4, adult frog. The frog becomes an adult with no tail and can live on land and water. Second, how has this frog grown and changed? Describe the transformation in each stage. How it grows and changes. First, starts as an egg. Second, becomes a tadpole. Third, grows legs and loses its tail. And fourth, becomes an adult frog. Synthesis or extended practice. What are the importance of frogs in maintaining balance in the environment? The answer: importance of frogs in the environment. Frogs help maintain balance by, first, eating insects like mosquitoes, controlling their population. Second, being food for other animals like birds, keeping the food chain balanced. And third, helping to keep ecosystems healthy by recycling nutrients in the soil and water. Second, what are the different stages in the life cycle of a frog? Describe the features of each stage. Possible answer: the life cycle of a frog includes the egg, tadpole, tadpole with legs, and adult frog, with each stage showing key changes like the development of legs and the ability to live both in water and on land. And here is the rubrics for presentation on the life cycle of a frog. Criteria: knowledge and content, 5 points. Clarity and organization, 5 points. Visual aids and creativity, 5 points. Delivery and engagement, 5 points. Our third topic is about life cycle of a chicken. A mother hen lays eggs in a nest. The eggs are kept warm and safe until they hatch. After about 21 days, the egg starts to crack. Baby chicks called hatchlings peck their way out of the eggshells. Hatchlings are fluffy and yellow. They stay close to their mother for warmth and protection. Chicks eat chick feeds and grow quickly. As chicks grow, they lose their fluffy down and grow feathers. Fully grown chickens have feathers and come in different colors. Eggs that do not contain chicks can be eaten as food. Some hens are kept as pets, others are used as a source of food for us. The life cycle of chicken or bird. Birds, including chickens, begin their life cycles from eggs. A young chicken, known as a chick, looks similar to an adult chicken. The life cycle of a chicken starts as an egg, hatches, grows, and matures into an adult chicken. Adult chickens lay eggs, starting a new life cycle. Birds like the bird of paradise and cassowary have similar life cycles to chickens. In various bird species, life begins within an egg. A newly hatched bird is called a hatchling. During growth in the nest and while being cared for by parents, the hatchling is called a nestling. Once it develops flight feathers and is ready to leave the nest, the bird takes its first flight, becoming a fledgling. When the fledgling or juvenile reaches full growth, it becomes a mature or adult bird. Activity number 3, the life cycle of a chicken. Complete the table 1 by filling in the various stages of a chicken's life cycle. Cut out the pictures and arrange them in sequence from the earliest to the latest stage. Then record the stage names in Table 2. Here's the table number 2. Next, let's answer the questions. First, what are the different stages in the life cycle of a chicken? And how does a chicken develop from an egg? The answer, growth and transformation of a chicken. First, egg. A hen lays an egg. Second, embryo. A chick grows inside the egg for 21 days. Third is hatching. The chick breaks out of the eggshell. And fourth, adult chicken. The chick grows into an adult and ready to lay eggs. Number 2, are chickens important for humans? Give examples on how humans benefit from chickens, particularly in agriculture and food production. What should we do to take care of them? Possible answer, yes. Chickens are important to humans, especially in agriculture and food production. They provide us with eggs and meat, which are rich sources of protein. Additionally, chicken manure is used as fertilizer to enrich soil and help crops grow better. Chickens also help farmers by eating insects and weeds, which reduces pests in fields. To take care of chickens, it is important to provide them with fresh water and nutritious food daily. They should have a safe and clean coop to protect them from predators, and they need space to move around and forage to stay healthy and happy. Taking good care of chickens ensures they remain healthy and productive. Our fourth topic is about from birth to old age. What you need to know about the stages of human development. The human life cycle. Name each key stage in the human life cycle. How do we change and develop at each stage? So the human cycle starts with fetus, baby, childhood, adolescence, adulthood, and old age. Let's have them one by one. Fetus. A fetus grows inside its mother's womb. It gets its nutrition through a tube called the umbilical cord. All of the major structures of the body are formed in this stage. Second stage is baby. Babies have limited abilities to control their emotions. They communicate through crying. They experience rapid growth physically and mentally during the first 2 years of their lives. Over the first year, they learn to reach, touch, and hold objects, crawl, and walk. The third stage is childhood. Children are more independent than babies. Physical changes also slow down. They are said to be like sponges as they learn things quickly and easily. They learn more about social relationships through interaction with friends and fellow students. The fourth stage is adolescence. Children become teenagers and physical changes begin to make the bodies of males and females look increasingly different. Changes occurring to their bodies and minds seem strange, which can cause adolescents to struggle to regulate their emotions at times. They begin to establish their own identity and aim for a sense of belonging and acceptance. The fifth stage is adulthood. Adult bodies are fully developed and physical changes are very few and slow, if any at all. This is also the stage where some may have their own babies, starting the human life cycle again. A lot of adults get jobs and live independently. They are also expected to know how to manage their emotions well. The sixth stage is old age. As the body ages, muscle mass reduces. Bones become more brittle and skin may begin to wrinkle. They are not as strong as when they were younger but can still have fun and stay active. Sadly, old age can bring some decline in memory and thinking as connections in the brain become broken or weak over time. Learning check about you. What stage are you at now? Can you name at least 2 things you can do on your own now that you used to need help with? Share your answers with a peer. Staying healthy. Staying healthy will allow you to enjoy your life at any stage in the human life cycle. What are things you can do to stay healthy? Staying healthy, eat healthy foods. Try to eat a mixture of foods from different food groups: fruits and vegetables, starchy food, dairy, protein, and healthy fat. Drink plenty of water. Drinking water helps keep our normal body temperature. It also prevents our bodies from becoming dehydrated, allowing the body to work at its best. Stay active. Our body isn't made to sit around. It needs regular exercise for the joints and muscles to be kept in good condition. Get enough sleep. Sleep allows our bodies to rest and prepare for the next day. It also helps the brain sort and process all the information it receives throughout the day. Activity number 4, the life cycle of human. Complete Table 1 by filling in the various stages of a human's life cycle. Number 2, cut out the pictures and arrange them in sequence from the earliest to the latest stage. Then record the stage names in Table 2. Number 3, share your thoughts with your fellow classmates. Discuss the growth and transformation of human cycle. Use the grouping in activity number 2. And here are the pictures. For the discussion, how do physical features change form one stage to another in human life cycle? The answer, as you grow, your body changes. You get taller, stronger, and your body learns to do new things. Number 2, how do you describe the emotional, social, and mental challenges during childhood until adulthood? The answer, emotional, social, and mental changes. You learn about feelings like happiness, sadness, and anger. You learn how to play with friends and make new friends. You also learn to think yourself and for yourself and make good choices. Number 3, how do parents, family members, and community influence the growth and development of infants until adulthood in terms of social and emotional aspects? Parents, family, and the community greatly influence a child's social and emotional growth. Parents provide love and teach values, building trust and confidence. Family members like siblings and grandparents help children learn to share, empathize, and connect. The community, through schools and local interactions, expands children's social skills and adaptability. Together, these influences help children grow into socially skilled and emotionally strong adults. For our synthesis and expanded practice, what are the different stages in the life cycle of human? How does a baby grow from fetus to adulthood? And what are the things that a baby needs in order to grow healthy? Answer: the human life cycle has different stages: fetus, baby, child, teenager, and adult. A baby starts as a tiny fetus growing inside the mother, then is born and grows into a child, teenager, and finally an adult. To grow up strong and healthy, a baby needs good food, check-ups with a doctor, love, safety, and time with family to learn and feel happy. Next is baby. Grows quickly, bonds with parents, starts to explore and interacts with simple gestures. Child grows steadily, learns emotions and social skills, starts solving basic problems, and make friends. Teenager experiences rapid body changes, intense emotions, deep thinking, and a strong focus on friends. Next is adults. Body fully matures, gains emotional stability, makes complex decisions, builds relationships, and takes on responsibility. And that wraps up today's lesson. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more content like this, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss an update. Thanks for tuning in.